Hey everyone, it's Final Round. My name is Jordan. This video will be for Thursday's slate of games. We have just 4 games, and for Wednesday, I did lean the Boston Celtics to beat the Cavaliers, but I did not expect them to beat them that bad. So, Ev from Guy Boston Sports, yeah. Cheers to you, man. Well, hopefully we can get one back later on in the season. But for this video, I will put my plays in the pinned comment. Those will most likely be player props, and then I will break down the games and give you some insight, give you some players that I think you should look out for that aren't just like the main guys like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So you will see him just come up on the screen right there. This is from a data app called Outlier. There'll be a link in the description for a 7-day free trial for Outlier. And this first game is going to be the Magic at the Hornets. Magic are 3.5-point favorites. They are on a back-to-back. They're flying from Detroit to Charlotte, and they just lost to Detroit by 19 points. They put up a fight for a little bit, and then Detroit started to break away. Brandon Miller will be out for the Hornets, which is a big loss defensively and offensively scoring. He was distributing the ball really well. Really big loss there for the Hornets. But the last time the Magic played on a back-to-back so far this year, they lost by 12 points to the Heat. The Heat have been pretty good, so that's acceptable, I guess. And honestly, the offense for the Magic has been a little off since Desmond Bane joined the team. I think they should have added just shooters around Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Just try to find some three-point shooters, not guys who are going to take the ball off the dribble and take a high volume of shots. They need to leave that volume for Banchero and Franz Wagner to open up space for shooters, not get Desmond Bane, who's going to take away those opportunities for them. But here we're here, and now they're really struggling to score the ball. Trying to figure out, who's going to take shots. Right now they're like evenly shooting the same amount of shots. But the Hornets, the last game that they played against the Heat without Brandon Miller, and they gave up 28 points to Jaime Jaquez Jr. and then 26 to Bam Adebayo. Andrew Wiggins had 20 plus points. Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero should be able to score pretty easily here as long as the back-to-back isn't hurting them too much. They aren't like massive jump shooters. They're going to try to get to the rim, so that's going to help a little bit. It's usually the jump shooters that get hurt the most on back-to-backs. But the Magic have not been the Magic that we have seen of the past, even defensively. So they got destroyed by Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, and then Kelly Oubre. And we said, Cade Cunningham, this is your chance to go up against them. And Cade Cunningham, kind of broke out of a little slump he had going on. And now we're looking over at LaMelo Ball and Colin Sexton and saying, hey, look at this opportunity for you. So those two guys have a really good opportunity here to score a lot of points. LaMelo Ball has been taking a ton of volume with Brandon Miller out. When he sat, he took 25 plus shots. Last game when they got blown out, he took 18, but if it was a close game, he's taking 20 plus shots. And then Colin Sexton back into the starting lineup has been scoring very well. But someone to point out for the Hornets who's going a little bit under the radar, I think, is Con Knipple of the Hornets. He was in the starting lineup, got taken out of the starting lineup for Colin Sexton, and then now he's back into the starting lineup because Brandon Miller's been out, and he has quietly hit 5 3-pointers a game over the past 2 games with Brandon Miller out. And that includes the game where he got hurt. So just amazing shooting from Con Knipple. So that is definitely a prop to look out for. 3-pointers made for Con Knipple. We have 2 really bad defenses here and 2 different soft spots. Like the forward position, the Hornets can't really stop, and then the guards position, the Magic can't really stop right now, and the Magic are on the back-to-back. So I'm going to favor the Hornets for plus 3.5, just because, they're at home and they're fresh. If this was the Magic of last year, I'd definitely be taking the Magic. And this next game is going to be the Warriors at the Bucks. Warriors are 1.5-point favorites. Warriors have Moses Moody, who will be questionable, and then the Bucks will not have Kevin Porter Jr. and Giannis is on the injury report, but it says he's likely to play. Bucks are 3-1 this year, but they've covered in every single spread. Warriors are 4-1 and then 4-1 against the spread. So something's got to give here. Two really good teams against the spread. So Giannis obviously has a major size advantage. And when you talk about the Warriors, you talk about small ball. They don't really have, like Kevon Looney there anymore. They just, they're starting Draymond Green, and the starting lineups. Quentin Post is like their main center. He doesn't really play too much. But the Warriors are playing a really deep rotation. They're rotating in and out a lot of guys, and they're playing really great defense. So with the Bucks this year, Giannis is obviously doing everything he can, and he's scoring really well. He's rebounding really well, taking a high volume of shots, and then he's got it's always like a random 3-point shooter on the team has a really big game to help them out and help them win. So one game, the last game was Ryan Rollins. He had 23 points. Game before that, AJ Green had 20 points. In the game before that, Gary Trent Jr. had 20 points. So it's like, take your pick. Who's going to go off to help the Bucks get a win? But the Warriors have been really great on the perimeter and defending the 3-pointers, giving up the 7th least 3-pointers in the NBA so far this year. So I think if they can, just slow down Giannis a little bit, he's going to get his and stop those shooters from going off. The Warriors have a path to victory here, and then the path of victory for the Bucks is to hope some of these guys can get hot at home. So for the Warriors, there's not really anyone I can point out that's like under the radar or anything like that, just because their rotation is so deep. It's just random guys going off at random times. Same thing with the Bucks for player props. There's not really a something sneaky to look out for. So as far as this game goes, I'm going to lean the Warriors on the road against the Bucks. I think their defense, they can limit the shooters. In the last 2 times Giannis played against the Warriors, he scored in the lower 20s, but he wasn't taking as many shots as he is now. So we'll see, but I lean the Warriors on the road. So that's the first 2 games. You guys could please like the video. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could you leave a comment for the algorithm? You can just say anything that helps get the video out there for more people to see. You can put your favorite play. You can put a number like the number 1 that helps get this video out. I appreciate anyone who does that. And then also, I just want to shout out the app Underdog. Underdog is still doing bet 5 get 100. I will put a link in the pinned comment. That'll take you straight there. Promo code FINAROUND11 will get you the bet 5 get 100. There's an awesome promo. I know it's a limited time, so if you haven't tried out Underdog, definitely go give it a try. This next one is the Wizards at the Thunder. The Thunder are 14.5-point favorites. Wizards have Marvin Bagley, who will be questionable. And then for the Warriors, J-Dub is still out, and Chet Holmgren will be sitting this one out, probably because they think it's going to be an easy win. The Wizards, some guys to look out for. I mentioned him before. Second-year player Alex Sarr. He just keeps getting better this season, and he just had a 31-point, 11-rebound game. And he's really solid defensively. He can get blocked. Other than the 2 vets, CJ McCollum and Chris Middleton, another guy to look out for is George. He's quietly had a great year so far, scoring 21 points, 34 points. I think he had a 6-point game and then 20 points. He's been playing great. It's just the Thunder defense is pretty tough, so I wouldn't take like an inflated line, but something that's reasonable. So this has high blowout potential. Obviously, Shea, be careful with him. He's going to take a high volume of shots, but the Thunder, just with them sitting Chet, he did play in the last game. Just with them just resting him, it looks like they're going to want to just play a big rotation and get a lot of their guys in and out and get some reps. So a guy to look out for off the bench who has been great this year is AJ Mitchell. Last year I would be saying Aaron Wiggins, but this year it's been AJ Mitchell. He's been averaging 18 points a game so far this year, coming off the bench, and his worst game was 14 points. So he could see a boost in minutes if it's a blowout playing in the second unit, but even with Chet Holmgren out and everything, he's going to get more volume, get more shots up, and he's not afraid to shoot the ball. He's a guy I'm going to be looking out for props for. And then as far as the spread goes, I hate spreads this big when it comes to NBA games because NBA players can get hot. But obviously, if I had to lean a side, since the Thunder are at home, I'll lean the Thunder for the 14.5 to get the blowout. If the Wizards were at home, I would be taking the Wizards for the points. This last one is a really good one. It's the Heat at the Spurs. Spurs are 5.5-point favorites. Both teams have had really strong starts to the year. Spurs are undefeated. Heat have lost just one game. The Heat have had a couple of really big blowouts this year, just destroying teams. But now they have Tyler Hero out and Norman Powell will be out. So two of their best scorers are out for this one, but they had, like I said, Jaime Jaquez step up. Bam Adebayo is still a great scorer. They've been winning a lot of their games with high efficient scoring and defense, but the Spurs have been giving up the least amount of points so far this year. They have ramped up their defense, just anchored by an alien in Victor Wembanyama. Who he can get 9 blocks in a game, and then you have Stephon Castle has stepped up and been great, and their rookie to look out for is going to be Dylan Harper off the bench. He has been great, averaging 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists a game. So that's 25 PRA a game he is averaging. So and his lines are pretty low. So he's definitely someone I would look out for in what should be a close matchup, a highly competitive defensive type of matchup. So you could look at some unders, except Wemby, he just keeps getting better and better and better. So it's hard to take an under on him unless it's just extremely high. But the Spurs defense has just been amazing. And with them at home, I can see them getting the win here. So I'm leaning towards the Spurs with the points. I know it's going to be really close, and I kind of want to give the points to the Heat, but just the way the Spurs have been playing with an alien on their team, I think the absence of two really great scores for the Heat is going to hurt them here. And they're really going to need guys like Tyler Hero and Norman Powell. So going to lean the Spurs on that one. So that's the 4 games for this slate. If you guys would like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. Link is in the description. You can hop on in there. Talk about basketball, football, baseball, all that good stuff. That is completely free. And then as far as a recap goes, I had a Trae Young parlay. That got busted. And then I had Sandro, I'm not going to pronounce his name, under rebounds for the Raptors. As soon as I saw that line, he was projected to be in the starting lineup up against the Rockets, who just limit rebounds like crazy. If you would have taken under rebounds on everyone on the Raptors, you would have had a very profitable day. I think maybe Grady Dick, he had like 3, so he probably hit his, but everyone else had like 2. So he got shut down. He didn't even start, and that was part of my read was maybe potentially the Raptors are going to play small, and they did. So he didn't play much, and he got 1 rebound. So that hit. I had Cooper Flag for 15 plus points. He hit that, and then I had Trey Jones of the Bulls for assist. And for the first time this year, he went under on his assist. Josh Giddey was dishing it all over the place. As far as props go, it was just an average day. And then as far as all the leans go, the first games were all did pretty well, and the last ones that are going on. There's 10 of them, so I'm not going to go through all of them. And there were just a bunch of leans. The last ones are looking okay. They're like half and half. Hopefully you have a good Thursday. I hope you do well. If you bet on football, I hope you do well. So I'm going to get this one edited and get it out to you all. God bless you. It's the final round. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.